There are 9 things that dogs really dislike, and you might be doing a few of them without even realizing it. One of the easiest mistakes to make is forcing your dog into uncomfortable situations. 1. Forcing your dog into uncomfortable situations. This often happens when you're out for a walk and see another dog or person. Of course, you have the cutest, friendliest dog, so you want them to say hello. But the truth is, your dog doesn't always want to meet other dogs or people. It's like when you were a kid and your parents made you greet adults you didn't want to talk to. Remember how awkward that felt? Now that you know your dog might feel the same way, you can change your approach. Signs that they're scared or nervous include getting low, avoiding the other dog or person, tucking their tail between their legs or wagging it stiffly, looking away, showing the whites of their eyes, or panting more than usual. If you notice these signs, give your dog some space to help them feel more comfortable. You might notice these signs again if you make some of the mistakes we'll mention later. 2. Not sticking to a routine. Another thing that dogs hate is not having a routine. Sure, your dog probably enjoys the occasional spontaneous adventure, but most dogs are happiest when they know what to expect. They like knowing when they'll go for a walk, when they'll go outside to potty, and when they'll eat next. Think of it this way. If you had no control over when you ate and were completely dependent on someone else to feed you, wouldn't you want to know when to expect dinner? That's how it is for dogs. A routine helps them relax because they know what's coming. That's not to say you need to stick to a rigid schedule all the time, but just be mindful of your dog's feelings, especially during busy times. 3. Having unreasonable expectations. One of the most common mistakes people make is having unrealistic expectations for their dogs. Your dog is, well, a dog. But many people expect their dogs to be perfect or to handle tough situations better than they actually do. Here's a quick story. The other day, I visited a friend who has a very enthusiastic Labrador Retriever. When I walked in, his dog jumped all over me. I love dogs, so I didn't mind, but my friend got upset with his dog for jumping. I asked him how much training he had done to stop the jumping, and he admitted not much. Some dogs are naturally calm, while others need more training to channel their energy. If you find yourself frustrated with your dog's behavior, ask yourself if you've set them up for success. 4. Skipping nail clipping. Skipping nail clipping day is another mistake that dogs hate. Sure, they might enjoy it in the short term, but when their nails get too long, it can cause pain and even deformities. And when you finally do clip their nails, it might be more painful because the quick, which contains nerves and blood vessels, grows longer as the nail grows. The same goes for all of their grooming needs. Brushing their teeth, giving them a bath, and grooming their coat. They might not like it at the moment, but they'll feel better and healthier in the long run. 5. Using harsh chemicals. Dogs hate it when you use harsh chemicals to clean your home. With the rise in natural cleaning products, people were all about using gentle, non-toxic options. But when 2020 hit, many switched to heavy-duty cleaners like bleach to kill germs. However, harsh chemicals aren't good for your dog's health, especially if they come into contact with them on the floor or in the air. Try to be mindful of what you're using and where you're using it. 6. Being inconsistent. Dogs thrive on consistency. If you're inconsistent, it can be harder for your dog to learn what you want from them. 7. Changing food too quickly. Dogs hate it when you change their food too quickly because it can upset their stomachs. If you switch brands or types of food too suddenly, it can cause vomiting or diarrhea. The best way to transition to new food is the 10% rule. Start with 90% old food and 10% new food on the first day, then gradually increase the amount of new food each day. This helps avoid stomach issues and messy cleanups. 8. Moving too fast in training. When it comes to training or introducing something new, dogs dislike it when you move too fast. Whether it's teaching them to sit or getting them used to nail clipping, taking baby steps is key. Start in a low distraction environment and gradually increase the difficulty. Skipping steps leads to frustration for both you and your dog. 9. Ignoring their natural needs. Dogs have natural needs like chewing, sniffing, and running that they need to satisfy to stay happy. If they don't get to fulfill these needs, they might start chewing on your shoes or barking excessively. Incorporating these activities into your dog's daily routine can prevent unwanted behaviors. By being mindful of these 9 things, you can improve your relationship with your dog and ensure they live a happy and comfortable life.